Welcome back. Well, these are scenes from 2021 when the U.S. men's national team raised that trophy after beating Mexico in the Nations League. They are looking to defend their title this summer. Charlie Davies, you were there. How special was that moment?
It was special. Just to see the resilience from this group, they were the underdogs. Christian Pulisic coming up big in that moment on the pen, all the pressure. It just felt like that was the perfect foundation, the building block to go into World Cup qualifying. It also gave them confidence to beat Mexico at every step of the way.
Every time.
The Gold Cup was also a big one, and Miles Robinson getting that goal. I just felt
World Cup
that was
qualifier.
It was just a massive moment for that young group to get them to move forward.
Well, later today, the roster for Nations League is going to drop. We're very excited about that. But we want to dive into players that we want to see on that list that BJ Callahan will select, who we think maybe has something to prove or something to show. Charlie, we'll start with you.
Folarin Balogun.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Sound the alarm.
We've been waiting for a striker to come up with the goods at the highest level, to produce, to open up space for Christian Pulisic, Gio Reyna, for Timothy Weah, for some of the most creative players on the ball. Now we have that guy who can do that and score goals, hold up the ball, and I want to see what he looks like with this group. And not only that, it's against our biggest rival in CONCACAF in Mexico. Semifinals, all the lights are on. This is a massive moment for him, and I hope it starts off on the right foot.
He scores. That hype train is going to be...
It's going to go insane.
It's going to go wild. His first goal is going to be...
And it should, no?
Yeah, I'm not saying no, 100, but imagine. Like,
You're driving that train.
Twitter's going to explode.
I'm going to go
You're
nuts.
the engineer.
Alexis shirt off.
Yeah. Well, that
in
won't
the
happen.
driver's seat.
Blurred from the neck down. I think for me, I want to see something out of Serginho Dest. This is a big moment. We've not really seen him play much this past season. Is he a right back? Is he a left back? Where does he fit in on this team? I think this is important. And also, a player that in his day can be dynamic going forward, has pace to control the wings, whichever one he decides to be on. I need to see something out of him because there's so many questions with players like him and Timo Weah. Where do they play? What's their position? Are they for the future of this team? I think Serginho Dest is right on that sort of line. We need to see, can he cross over and become a mainstay?
Would you ever consider playing Timo Weah at right back for the U.S.?
I know, because I just think, I know it's hard to get him within the forwards, but he's just so dynamic.
No, you need him high up.
Unless
I agree, but I was curious to know what he thought about it.
if there's ever an opportunity where we could play three at the back, which I think we saw with Austin Trusty and Mark McKenzie, if there's a chance to do that, then I could see Timo Weah up and down those wings, but not in Tim Weah. Sorry, I was told no longer to call him Timo. If that's an opportunity, I'm happy to see him do that, but not in a four.
Okay. Nico, you're up.
There's a preliminary list for Nations League. Trying to look for somebody different.
Oh, okay.
On this list, it's long. Obviously, they're gonna choose the 23, I believe, that go to Nations League. It was set, I imagine, and must have been set by Anthony Hudson, who's no longer here. And BJ Callahan is now the manager, both under Berhalter. They worked in the last cycle. So I saw the list, and I had to look very closely.
Where's he going with this?
Laying it on thick.
The Fawn.
Like Fawn. Thick like Fawn.
Thank you, guys.
John Brooks is on the list.
There you go.
Yeah.
John Brooks on the list.
Yeah.
There was a falling out. My hunch says that it wasn't a soccer issue why John Brooks was left off the national team. He tried to go to Benfica to play a little bit at the beginning of the season, didn't get minutes, couldn't sniff the field. An 18-year-old was starting over him when their second starter was injured. And then he goes to Hoffenheim. They're in a relegation fight, and he plays 15 games a semester, and they're safe from relegation. I'm just saying he's on the list for a reason. And Cameron Carter-Vickers is injured.
Now?
Tim Ream is injured. Well, it doesn't matter. Tim
No,
Ream
I'm
played
just
an
curious
amazing
because John
World
Brooks
Cup.
has been
But he's younger than you
around
think.
for a long. That's what I mean.
He's younger than
I think I would be
30,
surprised.
It feels like he was on the 94
at most.
It does. It does.
So
Okay. No,
He's
Nico,
on-
I like that. I like that pick because I do think with the
This is what Charlie
Tim
did
Ream
the
getting
entire time.
older, they're going to need to. He is 30. He is 30.
Well, there you go.
He's
Well,
reached the right
look,
age.
Of all the
30.
players on this list, that's the
Okay.
guy you're most excited or
That wasn't-
the guy
that-
you want to see the most?
Intrigued.
That wasn't the question that the
Intrigued.
producer asked me. He said,
It was
who
intrigued.
Who do you want to see? The fact that he's on a
that's what
It literally
preliminary
says
roster.
gonna
player
run
this
out
could
of
be a
time
big
for
tournament
me.
for.
Of all the players, though, that's who you want to see.
Susanna, who do you? Who do you
Thanks,
think's going to have a
Alexis.
big tournament?
That's not how it was pitched to me. But
Thank you.
he's on the roster is what I want to make a point of.
I want to see Ricardo Pepi and what he can do because in the same way, well, no, I think that competition can
Agree.
kind of bring out the best in people. And I think Ricardo Pepi has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. When he made his debut, he scored 2 goals in 2 games. We were losing our minds. The Ricardo Pepi hype train was for real. And then he kind of fell off. Things did not go well at Augsburg after he went there.
We
moved
hyped him too early.
moved on to Groningen and did well, scored 12 goals for them. And so he's probably on the move this summer. I just think that number one, he has a lot to prove because there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on him. But also, he wants to be the guy at that number 9. But now we've got Folarin Balogun in the mix as well. Jesus Ferreira could be in that conversation as well. So I just think some healthy competition
Imagine.
could raise the level of everyone.
Balogun starts. That's what the nature of this Balogun, I imagine, signing, of getting Balogun to play for the U.S. men's national team. It feels like Balogun is going to start. Let's just say in a hypothetical scenario, which is very possible, 60, 70 minutes, Balogun doesn't score. And Pepi comes on. Imagine what Pepi would feel after all this being said. He comes on and Pepi scores a winner.
I know. I wouldn't be mad at any of it.
Where are we at for a potential final?
Well, there's the interesting question of can you play both of them together?
I was
Would they
literally gonna ask
complement each other?
When was the
That's-
last time
where would
the US
Balogun
played
play,
2
though?
strikers?
But Balogun might not be another
2009?
striker.
2010?
Wouldn't Balogun kind of fall back, make late runs? Wouldn't he be a little bit on those half spaces? I don't think you'd have them both up front, would you?
You could have them both.
You
up front.
could, but would you play it that way? I don't
No,
think so.
Balogun will be the one that'll drop a little
bit
bit
further
but
back.
they'll be the 2 9s. And then use the wings, the speed out wide. Timo, or not Timo, Weah,
Tim. Never played for Celtic,
Pulisic,
apparently.
or Brendan in the second half.